today we have another one of our amazing members as a guest on here, and her name is Bhavika. And she has been on the program after having baby number two. So she's been with us for about 6 months now, and she has absolutely smashed it. So we're going to talk to her today about her journey and how she came across us and how she's changed and basically her life now from then and now. So hi, Bhavi, how are you?
Hi, Jamie. Hi. So yeah, I'm Bhavika, mum of two. Little one's just turned 6 months, so it's hectic as usual. But yeah, once I had him, I don't know, something just clicked. I came across Nick's page and I randomly just DM'd him saying I was interested, and that was the turning point in my life, basically. And I think it was just there's a lot of people out there, but there was something about, your group that kind of just attracted me to you. And I don't
Yeah.
regret it one bit. So it's been great. And I'm doing it for me and my kids, more importantly. Everyone's always like, oh, you should, I'll die for my kids and all of that kind of stuff. But actually, you want to live for your kids, you want to live longer and you want to live a healthier life. So yeah, that's what I'm doing it for. And here I am.
So tell us, what was the reason for like initially reaching out?
I'd say the primary kind of starting goal was just trying to lose some weight and get sort of fit and healthy. I think you're just getting to a point where, where you can feel it, you're not like, you just don't feel great. You're constantly like sluggish and down and moody every day. So yeah, unhappy in other words. So yeah, that kind of was just like a push point for me.
Yeah, I think
Awesome.
I think for mums it's quite easy actually just to push a mum like over the edge just to do something, because for me the turning point was um when I was, and it's in one of our podcasts actually. It was when I was in changing room, a fitting room, trying to dress on, and I had to go up a size, and I was like, this is not happening. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's when I started to get into shape and stuff. So yeah, right. So what was
Did,
life like? Go on, Nick.
no, I was gonna say, Bavi, did you have a moment like that where it was like one thing happened and you're like, nah, enough is enough? Or was it like a series of things that happened? Or like, was there something in your life that happened where it's just like, shit, I got to sort this out now?
No, I think it was more just after having obviously the second one, it was more like, oh my God, I've got two boys now. Like, if I'm not going to be able to keep up with them, like, what am I going to do? I don't want to miss out and not be able to sort of participate with them. So I think it was more that just kind of hit me to be like, no, I need to kind of be able to do stuff with them and be confident to do stuff with them as well, and not shy away because of my weight, basically.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
cool.
Jamie, go on, finish your question. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, sorry. All right. So basically, what was life like before you started Affinity? So give me like what was a day in the life of Bobby
So
before?
generally, I would say pretty sedentary, like with obviously before when I was working, because I work long hours, it's just desk job, not doing much, driving to work, so you don't end up kind of walking that much as well.
Yeah.
Say that, and also comfort eating, or eating children's leftovers without realizing, because you don't want to waste it, and then you end up having two dinners instead of one. So yeah, it was just little things like that, which looking back at it now, you're like, oh, that was normal. But actually, when you kind of reflect back on it, and you're like, no, you shouldn't have been doing that. So yeah, it's just those little things that have now changed, I'd say.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Um, I've got another question for you. Bear with me. Where are you now? Tell me, like, tell us about your results that you've got over the last few months and things like that. Like, how do you feel? Kilos down, changes in your body, energy, mood, lifestyle. Like, what does all of that look like for you now?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, like Jamie said at the beginning, I think it's just been almost 4 5 months now. I'm about, I think, 16.5 kilos down. So pushing towards the 20 mark, I think, hopefully, soon. Mood and energy is definitely changed, like completely different. You know, I don't feel lazy at all. Like, oh, if I have to do something or pop out or be like, oh, I'll just go without thinking, like just go out for my walk, and not think about other stuff. Whereas before, even trying to get me out of the house, I'm sure my husband would say it was an absolute nightmare. He'd have to nag me, and now it's just like, yeah, okay, just go. So yeah, a lot happier, a lot more energy, you know, running around behind the kids as well, a lot more active. And yeah, just in terms of body composition, I can tell from the pictures, obviously, like what a difference it's made. Is yeah, when you look back, you're like, wow, how was I even that big?
Yeah.
And also, can I just add that before you joined this call, Nick, she was just saying that she's chucking out all her old clothes now, her big sizes, and she's
Good.
fitting out all the like pre-baby clothes and starting to wear them. That's just
What's
amazing.
what's like the how many sizes down are you? Like what, 2 sizes down, 3 sizes down? Like where are you at in that, or 1 size down? Like what's that look like?
I'd say I was a good 14 before. I'm fitting into 10, 12-ish, not more 10 than 12. I think I'm
Awesome.
going towards now, so getting there. But yeah, all the 14s are definitely out.
So just
No.
the reason that I ask is like just so people can visualize that, right? Like what's possible for others, like within a 4.5 month period, 5 months coming on, maybe, you know, you can achieve a good 2 sizes down by applying yourself. One of the things that you mentioned in terms of your results is the energy. A lot of people, a lot of mums will either inquire with us or start with us with like energy completely low through the floor. What would you attribute to this new energy increase? Like, where would you say that has come from? Like, what routines and behaviors do you have in place that are allowing you to have this energy now?
So I think obviously with any mom or even new moms will know, like with the lack of sleep, that doesn't tend to help. But I think trying to just find pockets of time to do stuff. So you know, if you need to just have that half an hour nap in the daytime to then just kind of gear you up and then go out, even if it's for 20 minutes, because especially now with the weather getting better as well, even if you just go out for that 10, 15 minutes, when you come back, you do feel a lot better and a lot more energized than to be able to carry on and do other things.
Awesome.
It's yeah,
Awesome.
trying to find the pockets of time, I would say, because yeah, generally you don't tend to get that big chunk to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym for a solid hour. Realistically, if it doesn't happen, don't beat yourself about it. Just kind of split it up and do it that way.
Yeah, none of the
Yeah.
mums that come to us when we start them out, like then none of them are doing like hour sessions at the start anyway. It's just like short pockets of time, 20, 30 minutes where you can get it done and things like that. But the important thing that I was trying to get out of you, which you did say, is like to gain energy, you kind of have to put out energy. Like you do have to get yourself out there and get that fresh air and go for that walk or make that time for that workout, because ultimately after doing it for some time, you will get that energy back and you will feel good for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good. And what would you say has been like your biggest learning while you've been on the program? I think you've learned a lot, but what would you say has been the biggest thing?
I think the biggest thing is mindset, you know, like food behaviors, exercise and all that. We all know that that's what we need to do, but I think it's all in the mind, and it's that shift in your mindset. You know, that's what kind of makes it a lifelong change, as opposed to, you know, a crash diet, or people will be like, oh, you're dieting. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, and things like that. So I think it's just that shift in your mindset, and just changing the way you look at things, your perspective of, you know, food, especially because, yeah, we all, you know, everyone enjoys good food, but you don't have to go crazy. You can kind of still enjoy it, but, you know, think about how you're doing it. So I'd say mindset is the main thing.
Good.
I have a question about like what your day looks like, just because I think maybe some other mums who are in a similar position to you maybe gain some insights. Like, how do you set your day up now, and like how do you still make room for potentially prepping your food, eating the right food, going out for walks, training and stuff like that? Like, how would you sort of organize your day? What was it like a day in the life look like for you now?
So generally, it will probably most likely end up being 1 or 2 days before. So, you know, when we're doing our shopping, just try and kind of think about what you're going to eat. A lot of my meals now tend to be repetitive. So every maybe 2 or 3 days, like I would have the same thing, just makes it easier to like batch cook. Or if I've had something for dinner today, I'll have the same thing for lunch tomorrow. So then I know I'm not having to, you know, cook loads of different meals. Just planning what you're going to have. And then in terms of, I'd say walks and things, I do try to plan it, but you know, you can't. Sometimes you'll say, oh, I'll go in the morning, but something comes up and you don't end up going till the evening. I think I'm quite lucky. I do get support as well with the kids, so I can just, you know, even if it's at night, I'll go out for an hour, you know, 8 to 9 or something like that. So it's just making sure that if you can't do it at the time you've planned to, then just don't just sack it off. Like you still try and, you know, maybe go a bit later. It just doesn't mean, you know, if it didn't go to plan, doesn't mean you just kind of scrap it off altogether.
Cool.
Yeah, I think
So
this is the
lots
thing.
of-
A lot of people think that just because they don't get out for their morning walk, they've scheduled it in for the morning and they don't get to go out for that morning walk, they kind of slack off the whole day and think, oh, that's it, I can't do it now for the rest of the day. But you've got like 12 hours in the day where you can pop out for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
it's an all or nothing
And
mindset, isn't it? It's like
yeah,
oh, you know, someone ordered in a bad lunch. That's my whole day screwed up. Fine, yeah, that lunch was like not ideal, but don't freaking start having like a Domino's pizza for dinner and cookies
for
and ice
dinner.
cream and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
that's
so it
going
is
to
a
be
mindset
one of
shift.
my sorry, I was going to say it's going to be one of my tips to be like, don't let a bad day turn into a bad week and then a bad month. And you know,
Yeah.
or when you get on the scale
Yeah.
in the morning, I know it's hard not to let yourself get down, to be like, oh, I haven't lost any weight, oh, it's fine, I'll just eat today. It just doesn't work like that. You just have to kind of still be mindful.
Yeah.
Did you have any moments of sorry, Jamie, did you have any moments of
No, go.
like motivation dips? Like, or have you had any motivation dips over the last sort of 4 or 5 months, and how have you overcome them?
I think, yeah, there are obviously days where you feel like, oh, like, you know, my weight's not gone down or it's gone up. Like, well, I've done
She had
everything.
it yesterday. She had a motivation dip yesterday, didn't you, Bobby?
That's it. To be fair, I think every time that happens, I just reach out to Jamie, you know, ask for help. And just, you know, sometimes you just need that one person to be like, no, you know what, it's fine. Like these things happen. And then you just kind of have to take a step back, remind yourself what you're doing and why you're doing it, and then kind of go back to the basics, I think, a little bit. So yeah, I think we all have those days. Unfortunately, it's not, you know, we can't get away from feeling down or, you know, being like, oh, why is it not working? But yeah, you kind of just then have to trace your steps back to basics, remind yourself why you're doing it, and then power on, basically.
Awesome. Yeah, so
Nice.
just it
You
dials
spoke
back
about,
to
yeah,
accountability and just remembering how far you've come in it.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
it
Good.
does. Yeah, she's quite good like that though. I mean, she had a bit of a dip yesterday, and the best thing is just get in touch with your coach. That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah.
It's so
Um,
normal though. It happens to all of us.
yeah, all
It's
of
not
us.
like, you know, only like sometimes we come across people who never have motivation dips. Like Anita, for
We
example.
have
Do you
them,
remember?
but
Yeah.
we have them. Nick has them.
Yeah.
I have them. We all have a
Yeah.
bit of dipping.
So yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so you spoke a bit about your 3 tips. So what are your 3 tips that you would give to someone who wants to start out on a journey like yours, or who's someone who's feeling a bit demotivated right now, or is
Yeah.
in a dip?
So yeah, the one I said was, don't let one bad day kind of get to you, and don't then make it a bad week and a bad month, because that just kind of has a rolling effect. Don't give up. As much as you feel like, oh, you know what, not working, leave it. It's fine. I'm not going to do it anymore. So definitely don't give up, because you know, you come so far, you've seen the results, you know you can do it. So then why stop, or why, you know, change anything from that? And again, just remind yourself where you were at before you started, and why you started, and that kind of will give you that sort of motivation and kick to be like, no, I can do this. I've done this much. I'm sure I can do this much more. You might feel a bit stuck sometimes, but that, you know, that you can only move forward. Just don't give up, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
Barry's like on top of that. Do not give up. Yeah.
No, and I just want to like applaud Bavi as well, because a couple of weeks ago we did a 5 kilometer run and she hasn't run in years or has never run before, and she didn't give up and she still made it through and sort of, you know, ran, walked, jogged the whole way. So this is the bulletproof mindset that she's building. So what she's learning from her own fat loss journey, she's carrying over to other aspects of her life, and I'm sure her kids are going to see it as well, and they're like, ah, mummy never gives up, I'm never going to give up, sort of thing. So really, really important, really, really important.
And let me just say that it is hard work. She's got 2 baby boys and it's hard work. So she's absolutely smashing it. So you can do it. So whoever's listening to this and you've got 2 little baby boys or 2 girls, whatever, babies, you can do it.
100%.
Possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. Exactly. She's absolutely smashing it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Bavi. It's been really, really insightful.
Thank you, Bavi.
I think there's going to be some people that are going to like really like this. So thank you.
No worries. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.